Yeah, and let's see if it'll pop up.
Not before a first down for the Comets.
Okay. Well, I got it up and running. We'll see if it pops up.
I think you're going to have to do your intro speech again.
Yeah. Huh? Even after I... That's the retry?
Nothing there.
No, nothing there.
Donovan Keats.
Got 2, I guess.
Did get 2.
2?
Yep.
53 Wallen sprung out the play for the WinHawks.
Whoa, what happened to your computer now?
Yeah, I'm trying to go back to YouTube.
Well, I think it's YouTube then, because... Oh, she said it was working now. Todd's just screwing it up.
So, and now they say it's working? Because
She said it was working.
I'm getting nothing. Bigelow underneath.
Nice play.
Right around the 16. That's a gain of 13.
Inside the 20.
Yeah, I'm still getting the same thing.
That's the part of the game you really want to see the Comets get going here as we go into the playoffs. Even those little 9, 10-yard outs. If he can get that timing down with Bigelow, he's such a weapon. How many yards did you give him on that?
13. I'm still getting nothing. Oh, rolled. And we got no viewers, so I know it's not working.
37 Andrew Meyer was there for Winona.
Yeah, it's like YouTube. YouTube is just not working. We're getting nothing. Yeah, I got nothing. I like nothing. 3 yards.
If you can hear us, text one of us.
Yeah,
it doesn't appear that our stream is working still. Give it to Mo.
Yep.
Give it to Mo. He got a couple.
I'm trying to... Yeah, YouTube is down, somebody said.
Okay. So
Casey Templeton said YouTube is down.
Okay. That's good.
So I wonder, what should I do? Should I delete the stream to start over? Do you think it's going to magically pop back up? I highly doubt it. You had Tucker for what on that last carry?
3.
Okay.
Mo walks into the end zone.
3 and then 9 yards for the TD. Huh? It doesn't matter. YouTube is just, we got a watcher.
It's Darcy. She says it's working for her. Yeah.
It said we had one person.
But I said if anybody hears us to send one of us a message, and nobody else has texted since then. So Comets on the board first, 9-yard Mo Tucker touchdown run. Walked into the end zone.
Yeah, now it shows that there's people watching again. I don't understand.
Kick is up and good.
Thank you.
Comets lead 7-rip.
Knocks it through on the Kuyak hold. And the Comets open up a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, I got like one person. Cheater Trippy says it's working now. I still don't see that on my end, but thank you. I do not understand. Yeah, it says we have like 2 people watching. Well, it is 7-0. I don't get it though. I'm trying everything I could think of, refreshing streams. The software and everything's up and working, and
well, I'm guessing it's YouTube.
Yeah, because it's like hitting people. Some are watching, some are not. Well, it's 6:12 to go first quarter. If you are listening, I apologize that if you're
if you
not
can actually hear us.
Yeah, if you can hear us, that's great. I'm thankful for that. As the Comets have a 7-0 lead, They get the drive of 46 yards, go that in 8 plays. Short kick by Winkle, be returned right around the 35-yard line. Up man for Winona, drop down right around the 30-yard line or so.
I'll tell you what.
Aiden Combush was the return man. Go ahead.
No, this Winona line looks good. I mean, the pass protection on that last pass play, he's certainly got time.
Is Heffman. Yeah, Heffman did have plenty of time the last time out. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of people on the live stream saying that, but again, there's not much I can do about it when YouTube is down. Heffman goes back, rolls over to his left. He's going to fire a deep one. And out of bounds, but I think Brooks Buchanan is going to get called for pass interference. Rustad was the man he was going to. Ben.
That's that bailout pass interference call. I don't like. That ball's out of bounds.
Indeed, pass interference. The 15-yard penalty. First down and goal.
Yeah, the stream is there. It's just most can't watch, which is fantastic.
Darcy can hear us.
Okay,
so
that's good.
Someone can hear
Somebody
us.
can hear
Yeah.
us. It says we have like 4 viewers. Heffman.
Well, those lucky 4.
Swing pass over on the far side. Looks like that's going to be a false start.
I didn't see. Did they throw a flag somewhere?
Well, I thought they
I never
did.
saw it. I
Well,
saw
they get
them stop it, but I didn't see a flag.
plus 15 on the pass interference. First down and 10 at the 44-yard.
Again, kind of just an unfortunate call because that ball's not going to be caught.
Right.
It's a good 3-4 yards out of bounds. A little bit of a bailout call.
I would agree.
Both guys turn around for the ball. Contact for sure, but
Yes. 2-by-2 set. Hand off. David. No, Heffman
Deep.
pulled it out at the last minute to get past the 50 to the 47-yard line.
9, maybe 10.
Yeah, 9. Give him 9. Heffman really held on to that a long time, didn't he?
He did. It was a very nice play. The linebackers flowed to the running back, and he took advantage. Got the edge on the left side there.
Handoff Davis, bouncing to the near side. Now getting a little room. Down the sideline, past Mo Tucker, and gets to the 20. Sliding there. No, he'll go to the 23, pardon me, for 24 yards for Davis, one of his longest yards of the season.
You know what? Not a great play for the Comets, but I will say this. That's a great play by Kuyat. If you look at if he runs into that blocker, that's a touchdown. Instead, he goes behind the blocker, gives up a few extra yards, but it saves a touchdown. It's a really heady play by Mr. Kuyat on the outside.
Heffman hands back off to Davis. Davis trying to find a little wiggle room. He will on the right side.
How many yards did you give him on that long run?
He had 24 yards. Gets
2 here?
2, yep. 2 more.
He's got I'm not going to put him in Freerson style, but he's got that patient running style where he waits till something opens up, waits to kick it outside if he needs to.
Heffman.
She said YouTube is working again now. So.
Okay, that's good. Heffman spinning away from one. Can't get away. Comets come in, jumping up on the pile. Kennedy, I think, had down low. Comets also had Mitchell Nelson grab the shoestring.
So 3rd and long here.
Yep.
3rd and 8.
No gain.
Got 4:04 left in the first. Comets up 7-0. If you're just joining us.
Yeah, no
like
kidding.
all of you are.
Well, apparently we still don't have very many up on the stream. Back to pass. Heffman gonna get sacked at the 34-yard line. Sliding in Gavin Giesler, who I felt like played a really nice job last week. He was in on many tackles. That's a sack. Last week he didn't have one of those, but he had several tackles for loss. and he ends up taking 10 away from Heffman.
And now you put them in a spot where even if they have a kick, and they do have a kicker, very good kicker, but this is not in his range. They're at 31, and they are going to go for it here. Really not a choice.
4th down and 18. I still can't get YouTube to work.
That's your problem.
Probably.
Fumble.
Yeah, he ends up losing it. Tried to throw it away with Oswald. Not going to get anywhere on the far sideline. Looking over there with Rustad, who he threw to earlier. Incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Still a heady play to be able to throw that away. It saves your team 15 yards because he's losing 15 yards there. Yep, she reiterates that it is working for her now.
Okay, good. That's fantastic. Thank you for watching and keeping us update. I've been told it's working now. I still can't get it to work on my end, and I only have 3 viewers, but supposedly it's working. Kasson Mantorville will take over. 3:02 to go. Man in motion. Vaughn coming to this near side. Vaughn will look that way. He is going to get wrapped up from behind as Wesley Woolen, a sophomore D lineman, takes him down, and he'll lose 2. Well, I might try it again at halftime, Ben.
Yep. Well, whenever.
As the Comets come back out with Bigelow on the far side. Double wing set. 2:25, clock moving. First quarter, 7-0, Kasson Mantorville leading. Knee deep in their own territory. Handoff, Jackson Kennedy. It's his drive after Mo Tucker took many of the carries last time. He'll get 11 back. Drops down at the 40-yard line right at the near hash mark.
Now she said it's not working again.
I
down
don't
again.
I don't understand. Like I said, this is not on us. This is a YouTube problem.
So he got a good.
He got 11.
yards.
He got 11. Right off on the left side. Third
Do you
down
want to try to reboot again or no?
and 1. I'll try that at the quarter. Pitch on the far side. Turning upfield, Kyler Kuyat. This is easily going to be his biggest run of the season. He plows over a bench, too, over on the far side. James Molitor takes Kuyat all the way over that way to the Winona bench area. Kuyat on the year. I don't even know if he was over 30 yards.
Sorry, now I'm realizing when I was
6
praising
of 17.
I was praising that defensive play. It was actually Brooks Buchanan who made that play that I was praising on the outside, where he got behind the defender or the blocker and saved a touchdown.
40 to the
Kuyat
10.
will take the praise though, right?
16, yeah, 16 yards. Kuyat on the season, like I said, not much for him. 6 of 17. He just doubled his rushing yards. Yeah, I'll have to redo it. She said it's not working again.
Yep.
2 over on the far side. So I'm talking to nobody aside from Ben. Ben and I are having our own conversation. Oh, Jackson Kennedy.
Doesn't matter.
I think
There's a fumble.
Kennedy might have fumbled the football. He did. And the WinHawks take over. Borland dives on it. There is a flag as well. Comets are staying out. Oh, now they're changing
I think
it.
we were in a legal formation
Yep.
for the Comets.
Fumble by Jackson Kennedy. Okay, so
I would just reboot it, can you?
yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna.
it doesn't do us any good to just talk into the air.
Right. So it is working? It's only working for like a select people though. See, look at my. See, that's all I'm getting
All right.
as an error message, but apparently it is working.
Well, Brock said
What'd Brock say?
he said it wasn't. Darcy said it was for 1 second.
Right,
Now she
and
said it's not working again.
I think the 42-yard line of their own. Minute 24 to go. Winona takes over, and they get 4 on the first carry. Two over on the far. Actually, it's 2 by 2.
Who carried
set.
that last one? Sorry,
That was Davis. Heffman over on the far side, underneath on a little hitch pattern, or Rustad catches right at the 50-yard line. They're going to short him a yard. So give him 5 on the catch.
Caught it.
Rustad.
All right.
Still 2 by 2 set.
Trying to text people and trying to keep stats doesn't
Yeah, I
go
know.
hand in hand.
I'm asking you to do a lot. Davis in the backfield. Huffman just going to try and take it himself. He will over on the left side. He does have the first down, needed to the 47. He's going to get to the 44-yard line, pick up a 5. And a first down. That's Winona's second first down. As the clock moves at 45 seconds. Davis is behind Heffman, even though it's shotgun, and Heffman pulls it back, but that's not going to work. As getting right there is Gavin Giesler, line of scrimmage. Heffman will fall forward and gain 2. Fifth play of the drive coming up. We'll see if they even decide it with 20 seconds remaining. And thanks to our great sponsors who are putting up with all of the crap that we're dealing with.
anything.
Yeah, exactly.
YouTube is not one of our sponsors.
Kasson Dental, KM Telecom, McKern Financial, Bigelow Homes, Casson's Mantorville School District, and they did run out of time, so that will be it for the first quarter. 7-0 as Comets lead after Tucker's run, and let's see what we can do here.
And YouTube is down all over the world, just an FYI.
Is it really?
I see other people who are doing live podcasts
Okay.
and streams saying YouTube is down at the moment. So all my Masters podcasts are, offline right now.
Yep. Anthony Mo Tucker somehow made a comment on YouTube while he's down on the sideline.
Nice.
That's
What did he
pretty
say?
impressive. I don't know. It is definitely not working, though, and yeah, we found out that YouTube all over not working. So those that you are hearing, if you're with us, you're the lucky ones. That somehow it's working. So yeah, you found out that YouTube all over.
That's a guy in Canada tweeting it even.
Okay,
He
yeah.
says YouTube's down everywhere.
Okay, perfect. On a great night of Veterans Day, perfect timing for YouTube just to crash. Kasson Mantorville leading 7-0. I'm going to keep the stream up then. I might as well, because it will probably end up archiving it, and it will be there later.
You think so?
Yes.
All right. So we still need to be on top of our game.
Correct. So, well, we certainly weren't for the first quarter. Kasson Mantorville was. Handoff Davis. Comets lead 7-0. Davis squirts through the middle of the line of scrimmage right at the near hash as they go right to left.
Davis is not a bad back.
He's not.
I'm surprised he
No.
hasn't had a little more success this year.
He dove forward and ended up getting 5. 3rd down and 3. WinHawks with 2 first downs so far.
Travis View says he can hear and see us just fine.
Oh, that's good.
So
Incomplete. Rustad on the near side.
I wonder if it's just you
Incomplete.
need to keep restarting people. I don't know what to
Yeah,
tell
I don't
people, but
either. Incomplete. 4th down and 3. WinHawks went for it on 4th down and a mile. Somebody did ask about a radio station, and yes, the Winona radio
there isn't one.
Winona's radio station is here. Davis over on the far side, caught from behind.
Oh, late flag.
Yes, very late.
That's
Jackson
enough.
Kennedy made a shoestring tackle, but he did manage to get a first down depending on what the flag is. Flag's thrown at the 35. Davis tripped up at the 34.
What happened on third down? I can't do the.
He gained 5.
Who did?
Davis.
That was third down?
Oh, incomplete pass on third down.
Yeah, I got the 5.
And holding on Winona.
So they'll decline that, right? Hold on.
No. He got the first down. He did get the first down. He was at the 34. He got exactly what he needed.
Okay. I thought he was putting the ball down at the 35.
And they're gonna decide to punt. Winona.
Okay. Well,
Heffman has been the punter for much of the season, but that doesn't look like Heffman back there.
It's not.
I know.
Is it Casilius?
He's it's a solid punt.
Good enough.
Let it go. Wardwell that had the punt.
No, that's a touchback. No.
Oh, the official.
He slid into the end zone with it.
They allowed him to have possession at the 1-yard line. I'm not sure how that works.
All right.
Bigelow was observing the ball and let it go. And
well, that was the smart thing to do.
Yeah,
That was headed into
absolutely.
the end zone.
So the 1-yard line of their own, Kasson Mantorville is going to start there.
Shadow of the goalposts.
Yes.
It's all right. We got King Mo.
They do have King
He
Mo.
doesn't lose yards.
Jackson Kennedy was the last drive. He had a few carries. You're probably right. We're likely to see number 5. Donovan under center. Logan Vaughn is very late to get out there.
Probably need a timeout there, don't we?
They're gonna. Well, where? What would you even bother with a timeout for when you're on the 1? And it's Tucker handoff. He's gonna get 5, 10,
7 at least, right? He's out to the 10, yeah.
9 yards on the first carry for Mo Tucker.
Try to stop that.
Yeah, you can't. And right off that right side too, Ben, the offensive line for Kasson Mantorville has been very good all season.
Not huge.
No.
Just effective.
Yes. Handoff, Tucker again. Bouncing as he got through the hole between the right guard and the center. He bounces towards the middle of the field.
I wonder
First
if it's
down.
people listening on mobile who can hear. That might make sense.
That could be, yeah.
So anybody who is hearing us, you want to shoot us a message and tell us how you're listening?
That's true.
Because I still have a lot of people saying they can't see it or hear it.
Gain of 6 the last time. Mo again, workhorse on this drive. He'll get 5 more.
How many did he get on the previous?
7, 5 this time. Because he took it from the 9 to the 16.
What?
And now he got 16 to
the 9 to the. There you go.
So we got
7 and 4.
5. I give him 5. Late pitch. Oh, boy. Donovan with a late pitch on the option coming on the near side. Logan Vaughn will get tackled from behind.
He did well to hold on to that football.
Yes.
And what does he get for it? A loss of 4 yards.
Yeah. Rustad was there. Tripped him up.
We haven't seen many where Donovan pitched it and we questioned the decision. That was one he probably should have ate.
Yes.
You're losing yards either way, but you got to protect football.
3rd down and 10. 2 on the far side. Donovan looking. Oh, he overshot Jace Bigelow. Bigelow trying to find an opening right near the sticks around the 30. Donovan looking for a little bit farther.
Yeah, he thought that he was going to keep going, and they had the safeties over the top. So he thought he was sitting down in the soft spot in that zone, and Donovan expected him to keep going. So that happens. Yes, multiple people confirming to me that this is not an isolated issue with YouTube right now. It's out all over. So, yep, some people can somehow.
I know. Some of them are watching. Winkle back to punt. WinHawks brought a ton of pressure, and it's going to bounce at the 50 away from Rustad. And Kyler Kuyat will watch it roll out of bounds at the 47 for Kasson Mantorville, and that's where Winona will take over after Mo Tucker and company for the Kasson Mantorville Comets get a first down. They get out of the hole that they dug themselves into at the 1 yard line, but can't do anything with it. Still 7-0. Kasson leading, 9:05 to go before halftime, and those all important picks.
Hopefully YouTube stays down through halftime.
Oh, I hope so. Nobody needs to hear that stuff. Hey, we have to have a little fun. It's the 48-yard line of Winona. That's where they'll start their drive. Yeah, I'm getting nowhere on mine. One over on the far side and two receivers on the near side with Davis in the backfield for Heffman. Starts in the shotgun. Bubble screen. Rustad. And, yeah, the incomplete pass. It is a forward pass. It's incomplete. Sneaking in to disrupt things was Nelson.
You know, that swing pass can be effective. The problem is you have to throw that ball whether it's there or not because there's no decision in that play. So you get a corner who reads that perfectly, you're just kind of hung out to dry.
Yes.
You're just hoping it's not 6 the other way.
Right. If the defender jumps it, there's nobody to catch him. One on the right, two to the left. Looking on the far side. It is tipped. It's Logan Vaughn with an interception run down the sideline. Getting one block, another one. Cuts back to the middle. He'll be slammed down, but not until he returns it all the way to the 14-yard line of Winona's. And INT on the deflection that Vaughn with the interception. 8:50 to go, and Kasson with the big turnover. They caused several of them last week and ended up being, I think, 4 against Byron. They get 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles last week. And
Dear YouTube.
Comets come back out. Yeah, now I have nobody watching.
And Darcy says it's working now.
Okay, great.
So somebody's hearing us.
Oh,
here we go.
I think we're up.
Here we go.
We're up. And Kasson, if you're just joining us, they lead 7-0.
And you are just joining us.
Yeah, I guarantee you are just joining us if you're refreshing the page every 2 seconds like I was. 8:35 is what is on the clock for the Comets in the second quarter. They just got an interception by Logan Vaughn on a deflection from the D lineman. They go backwards 1 on the first carry, though.
Who carried there?
I missed out on who carried. I got too excited that...
That's got to be Kennedy.
Yeah. 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Kennedy's in the backfield. Donovan looking on the near side. Going to throw one up for... Bigelow! He caught it! Jace Bigelow!
There's no signal yet.
There is a signal! Donovan just threw his first touchdown pass of the season. It'll come from 12 yards out to Jace Bigelow, who just had his first reception touchdown of the season.
The exact play I want to see inside the 10-yard line from the Comet. You just throw that fade up there to Jace Bigelow. Get it in a spot where he can make a play. I don't care where the defender is. Jace Bigelow is going to go get that ball, and he just did it right there. Keep the ball in bounds. That's all you got to do. If you throw it up there, he's beating whoever the defender is.
Yep, agreed. Winkle for the PAT. Struggles last week with the snap and a couple other things last week, too, for kicking-wise. But he's perfect on the night. 14-0 as the Kasson Comets what a jump ball. What a throw.
That's correct. Hey, I don't know if you can hear the fans down here, but someone yelling for Mr. Geezer, praising him on the line for tipping that ball up in the air, which is exactly right. That allows Logan Vaughn to get the interception. And then Logan does the rest.
Man, yeah, exactly. I mean, that huge. And the Comets, they managed turnovers last week, and it paid huge dividends against Byron. They were able to at least... If they weren't able to score off of which they were for 2 of them, the other 2, field position, big time. And they were able to play that battle, of course, with Winkle punting away.
You should probably welcome the fans. Can you do your opening routine again?
I already did. Good evening and welcome to broadcast here at KM Activities, your home for the Comets.
I texted Steve YouTube, and he fixed the stream for us.
Who did?
Steve YouTube.
Well, thank you so much. Winkle on the tee. 40-yard line. Kasson Mantorville leading 14-0. Fans pumped up and all bundled up. Far side.
Christian Unger's
Lustad is the man to return. He does break one tackle to the 25, 30, looking to turn upfield. He's going to be drugged down. Look like Leth. Yeah, Logan Leth. There's a senior playing special teams at his senior night. And Winona has it at the 34, of their own. And 7:56 in the second quarter. 14-0. Kasson Mantorville leading.
Thanks for hanging with us, Comet fans. I
Yes.
know you've all been hitting a refresh, but it was a YouTube issue out all over the place.
Correct. And granted, my software does not tell me how many people are listening.
Thousands,
I assume it's a bajillion. Heffman looking. And oh my goodness.
That ball came out too.
They called him down before Nelson was able to recover, or Gavin Giesler, I'm sorry, able to recover.
And Inman lit him up.
Oh, and you got to give credit to Arsvold too, because Arsvold was in on that.
Well, Inman was late.
Yeah,
he kind of, when you got a guy in the grasp there, he's standing there, and Inman just got a nice shot on him. Loss of 4.
Yep, 2-by-2 set. Heffman back to pass, middle screen. It's setting up. It's not there. Davis will fall to the ground.
Sniffed that out well.
Yes, they did. Jackson Kennedy, who was getting bombarded by big number 77 Jack Thompson. Okay, yeah, I knew we were jumping quick once we got going.
We're going to crash
pass.
YouTube again.
We probably will. Incomplete, 3rd down and 14. Kennedy in on mainly the incomplete pass. No tackle, but he was kind of tackled from behind.
That's a very intelligent play again by him to read that middle screen.
Trips to the far side. Heffman back to pass. He's deflected again. And it's Jackson Kennedy that comes down with it. And he'll take it to the 30-yard line. And the Comets have back-to-back turnovers on the WinHawks. Both on tips. It would have been on the right side. That probably would have been Inman.
Yep.
INT, this time Kennedy. Not his first, it's his second INT in the season. Comets in business again. 7:08 to play before halftime. They lead 14-0 on Winona. It is the second quarter, and this is the final regular season game. We'll see what they plan on doing for sections. We'll be broadcasting them hopefully on YouTube if it works. Donovan under center. Snaps
for it again.
Yep. Oh, he's going to undercut Bigelow. It is out of bounds, luckily enough. Not. Dana just texted me and said, it's working now, but you already know that. I do know that. Thank you, Sweets.
Dana, thanks for the bread.
Do not give her credit for that bread.
Joel did deliver and bring me some bread this week, some homemade bread, and it's made some delicious grilled cheese sandwiches, some high-end grilled cheese sandwiches.
Thank you, sir. Do not give my wife credit for that. She has no idea how to make bread. Handoff. Oh no, he pitched it out to. Oh, his ball's going down the sideline to the 15-yard line. Donovan fakes me out on that. 16 for Arsvold. First down.
Now that was a well-pitched ball.
That was a very well-pitched ball. He threw me off completely as Arsvold goes down the sideline.
It's Arsvold's first carry of the night, and it goes for Joel.
16. 13 of 58 carries for Arsvold on the season. He's not had that many opportunities, honestly, coming off the wingback.
He's such a great blocker. It's hard to take him off that wing because you can run behind him on any of these plays.
Agreed. Buchanan in motion. They'll pitch it to him for the wingback. He's got a big blocker on the outside. Can he turn upfield? He will! He's going to score! 15 yards! And Kasson Mantorville has a lead of 20-0.
Wow.
Buchanan, that is his first touchdown of the season, puts him at 14 carries for 51 yards and a score.
You know, he got the edge there, made a cut, and was gone.
And he had blocking on the outside, too, as a pulling guard Lowers was out there. Logan was going to provide him a big old block. Instead, he got away from Thompson, and Winkle is good. Winkle's probably happy just to have some nice weather.
Is good.
Because he has had some terrible weather all season. If you talk about wind and everything else, and it's just been a struggle for him to find some decent weather to kick in. All because of the turnovers. Kasson Mantorville's taken advantage of 2 of them, 2 touchdowns.
2 tip balls, 2 interceptions.
Yep.
Lions getting their hands up tonight. I tell you what, and part of it is a product of Winona blocking pretty well in pass protection because our guys aren't getting the penetration, but they're putting their hands up.
Right.
Once again, we're making a lot of heady plays, which is what you want to see out of a senior-dominated team like this.
Yeah, I'd say Arsvold really was the last chance that they had for a sack, and really it was the only chance because Heffman has been able to sit back there, and he's missed some easy ones. He's had some hitches on the outside and those bubble screens that could be big-time plays for Winona, and they haven't come to fruition.
Yeah, I think the Comets, after a little bit of a slow start, weird to say that at 21-0 all of a sudden, but a little bit of a slow start, but now certainly finding their groove and taking advantage of 2 turnovers. Exactly what you have to do last game of the regular season.
Winkle on the tee. Dana says I'm overmodulating when I'm getting excited, so I'll turn my microphone down. Rustad on the far side around the 12-yard line. Going to pick up some steam and some blockers trying to get through to the 25, and that's about where he'll end up as the Comets come in with like 4 or 5 guys to get the tackle.
Did she literally say overmodulating?
She did.
Wow.
She knows the lingo.
She's a radio lady.
She knows the lingo, my friend.
Radio chaser.
Yep. 6:43. Thank you again. Seriously, don't know what I'd do without her.
I don't know what you do either.
Yeah, I'd be so screwed. So Heffman on a 21-0 deficit for Winona, running a 2-by-1. Near side is the 2. Handoff, Davis. Not really much over on the far side. Comets come in, and he might get 1 out of that play for Davis. That time on the QB read, Heffman didn't hold on to it for very long, Ben.
No.
He did.
I got nothing to add to that.
He didn't. And we've seen a couple of times where he has. Got 156 now.
Got some weapons on this Winona team. Like I said, Davis looks good.
Yes, he does. He's got to get some blocking up front, though, or try to bounce to the outside, which they've tried a couple of times. Heffman's going to look on the near side. That's an out pattern. Instead, he's going to go deep to Rustad. He's got a step, and he dropped it. He got a step on Buchanan, and it just dropped off his hands at the 30-yard line. Would have been a big-time play, and instead, Rustad just drops it.
Worst case scenario, that's a 40-yard gain for Winona or a touchdown. That's right in his hands, and he just flat out dropped it. Well thrown ball, good protection again. This Winona offensive line is good. I'm sorry, they are a very good offensive line. I just think you've been running this offense for so long, and now you probably don't have the personnel to do it. You've got a good line.
3rd down and 9. Heffman will go to the right side. This has been their best play of the night. And he's managed himself to the 36-yard line. He's very close to a first down.
We came out with the ball. Logan Vaughn came out with the football. They're going to say they stopped it.
You're right.
Wow.
They did. Yeah, they're saying
he's
the
still
forward
standing up, but the forward progress apparently.
They're going to give him the first down, and exactly what he needed was 9.
All right.
I'm with you. The ball looked like it had come out too, but instead they'll say Winona has a first down at their own 36. 5:30 to go. Second quarter. Comets leading 21-0. Handoff Davis trying to get through his big guards to push for 3. 2.
I'm giving him 2.
Okay. You're not as.
I'm lenient.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm a giving person. So I would have said 3, but you're right. 2nd down and 8.
You know, I'd been throwing ice chunks down on Christian Unger down here, but now it's police officer, so I'm going to stop.
Oh, yeah, you probably should stop doing that now. One to the right, one, actually, no, two over on the far side. That white jerseys all kind of blend together. Now they have a man in motion. They will keep. It's Heffman.
Oh.
After all that movement, ends up just getting maybe 2 more yards, Ben, to the 40-yard line.
He's having trouble getting up there. He got
Jacob
smacked.
Arsvold, him met.
Ouch.
Well, and actually their right guard, Thompson, was slow to get up, too. He might – actually, Thompson is the right tackle, I think. Coach Casilius might be holding off to call a timeout. I don't know. There's only
17 left.
Only 2. Yeah. Nearing the 4-minute mark. 3rd down and 6. Heffman going to keep again. Try to go the right side. Looking for Thompson for a big block. He'll end up getting to the 43-yard line. Give him 3. But it's 4th down and 3. 3:55.
Well, that's a play that tells you they're going for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
I think that's a play you run when you're trying to cut the distance and make it a little bit more manageable 4th down.
And Heffman, on those QB reads, I mean, they're at least finding a little room.
Well, when you got the line he has in front of him, you should find a little bit of room.
Yeah, the right side seems to be a little bit bigger. No pulling. I haven't seen a guard pop out to pull. 1 to the far side, 2 on this near side. Heffman looks for a pitch. Can't find it.
Got it.
He'll sneak through. Yes. Comes to the 46, drops to about the 47. He's very close to that marker. Give him 4 and a 1st down for Winona on the 4th down conversion.
Nice little ball fake, just enough to draw keep the guy on the outside and get him to slip through for the 1st down.
Arsvold is doing a nice job, too, on the edge to set it, to make sure that if Heffman's going, he has to filter back through to those tackles.
And that's exactly what happened there. He forced him inside, but there wasn't anybody there to stop him short of 3 yards anyway.
Yeah, it was Arsvold that really had the first touch. And Davis is going to bounce to the outside, get past Logan Vaughn. Vaughn will hop on his back at the 50-yard line. He'll get past that to the 49, and he'll gain 5. 2 minutes and 52 seconds. Clock has stopped after that second down, or the 1st down run for Winona. They lead. They trail 21-0 to the Kasson Comets. Here on KM Activities, your home for the Comets. Thank you again for your patience. Thank you again to all of our great sponsors: KM Telecom, Bigelow Homes, Kasson Dental, McCurran Financial, and the Kasson School District.
Wide open pass over the middle to the tight end. Number 86 there for
Larson.
Winona.
Yep, that's Larson, the junior. He's been used sparingly, mainly as a blocking tight end for much of the season.
Not a big kid. He's not as big as any of their receivers. He's a smaller guy. Must be a good blocker.
He is. He's a very good blocker. 15 yards on the reception from Heffman. 1st down at 10. 31-yard line. Handoff Davis. Ooh, shifting his way. He really cut nicely from left to right. Found a little opening. Got past to the 24-yard line. Gain of almost 7.
By far the WinHawks, I can't even say best drive of the night, because they did have the one where they drove down and we forced the turnover on downs.
Right.
You know, a lot of that was set up by penalties too, though.
And that drive was only 6 plays. This is their 11th
Sustained.
play.
Nice
yes.
drive.
2-minute warning, 2nd quarter. 2nd down and 3, 24-yard line of Kasson. Winona, hands off. Davis, there's a flag. Yeah, thank you, Ben. You're right, because there's flags from both ends of the field.
When you got that 4 receiver set with 2 guys on each side, you got to watch, because you don't know who's supposed to be up on the line and who's not sometimes. And I'm guessing one of the guys wasn't up on the line. I didn't see which side it was on.
The far judge threw it first, so I'm going to say that it was probably over there. 2nd down and 8 after the 5-yard penalty on Winona.
And it might be the confusion with actually having a tight end in the game right now, because they have for most of this drive, they've had a tight end in.
One thing we did not go through is kind of the history of these two teams. You had mentioned.
Let's not go over it.
Well, we are going to tiptoe around it at least. We'll have to talk about it at some
recent
point.
history, like tonight.
Yeah, I know. That's what Comet fans are hoping for, because this Winona team has had KM's number. Heffman back to pass on the play fake, dumping underneath. That was
Shorted
caught.
him.
Yes, he did. Going down to a little basket catch right in front of
No,
Kennedy.
he lost a yard.
Yeah, that was Larson again, but he got nothing.
If he throws a better ball there, that's a nice gain. I think they put themselves in third and short there, but he kind of put it down at his feet. He made the catch, but it ends up costing him a yard.
Yeah, he had to put his 2 hands down, go deep to just pick it up, and Kennedy was right there for the tackle on the timeout at 1:06. Third down and 9. Third down and 9. Kasson leading 21-0. This is the first timeout being used by either team. Season finale pits two teams very familiar with one another. Last year, Winona defeated Kasson 34-24 in the regular season, knocked them out of the section final 40-21. 2017, Winona 34-14 in the section final. 2016, Winona 44-13 section final. There.
Now stop talking about that.
Well, I always bring history. You brought it up last week with Byron. It was just the positive.
Well, that was fine.
Well, yeah,
it's sort of like I bring up Iowa, Minnesota history because the Gophers lead the all-time series.
Ah, okay.
Now, obviously, Hawkeye fans want to bring up the short-term history.
Right,
you know.
right.
In that scenario, I think you need to look at the whole picture.
You know what I say on that? Nobody cares. 106.
I would disagree with you wholeheartedly.
106. Second quarter. Third down and 9. Heffman rolling out near side. Looks. Yes, he underthrew.
And
he still caught it. Davis. And he's
touchdown.
And it's Mason Langowski. And he comes in and gets into the end zone. That Heffman underthrew him by at least 2 or 3 yards, and instead Heffman to Mason. There's 2 different Langowskis. Trent's the other one.
31-yard touchdown.
Yep.
Ouch.
Mason, that's his second touchdown receiving on the season. Came in with 6 receptions for 112 yards. 30 yards on the reception. Looks like, yeah, the Winona's going to go for 2. 56 seconds left before halftime. Heffman keeps looking for a blocker. He's not going to get anywhere. Comet's going to drop him for a big loss. Arsvold, Lowers, team up 21-6. Ben, what do the Comets do for these 56 seconds? Do you think they're going to try a drive, put something together?
I think they're going to run the football. Well, I don't think you're going to eat it, but I think you're going to run the football.
They do get the ball.
They get the ball at half. I don't know. I'm fine with you sitting out of here. If you have a long return, then go ahead.
Right.
But you're up 2 touchdowns. You're at home. I don't know.
You got the momentum on your side, you feel like?
You just gave up a 31-yard touchdown, so I don't think you have momentum on your side. Maybe I guess you could say let's try to see some of it back, but I just don't. With under a minute left, I don't think you take a big shot here. But like I said, if you advance that ball past the 40-yard line on the kickoff, then we'll talk. Then I think you maybe chuck a couple up there to Bigelow, and let's see what happens.
True.
Like I said, he's not losing that battle. Worst case scenario is an incomplete pass. Sorry.
And Vaughn has been able to make some things happen on the return. Buchanan's over on the far side.
Great drive by Winona there.
It was
sustained,
yes.
Very good drive. They have to feel good about that going into half. And into the postseason, really. You need drives like that when you haven't had a great season.
Yeah, 2-3 are the WinHawks coming off 2 very devastating defeats. Century beat them by 17. Last week was 35-6 to Faribault.
Yeah, and that ball was.
This is Meyer to kick. They have really rotated around a lot of kickers.
I wouldn't have done that.
No,
now you are going to get the ball at the 40.
And
look at it. Oh, come on. You can
diving forward. I don't even know who number 10 is. He is not.
But he's a big boy.
Yes, he is.
Getting a kickoff. Oh,
you see who that is? I don't know who that is.
He is.
They do not have a number 10 on the program. Kyler Kuyat was, or not, pardon me, Kean Smith also switched numbers later in the season. He's now wearing number 6. So
get it at the 36.
I know. See, that's what
now
I'm
you're
saying.
Thinking about it.
36 of their own, 54 seconds left. Got all 3 timeouts to the Kasson Comets. Double wing set. One on this near side, that'd be Bigelow. Man in motion. Donovan keeping. Looking and getting back inside. He's near the 50. He'll dive forward to the 48-yard line. That's a first down. 12 yards. Clock stops as they
Not going to take a
set it
timeout
up.
here? Now you got to take a timeout, Coach.
Moving the chains.
three
But they're
timeouts.
not. Nope.
Come on.
I am a little surprised by that, too. You get 12 yards on the first carry. Clock ticking away at 40 seconds. Double wing, one to the right, one to the left. Buchanan in motion. They pitch it over to him. Lowers
Not
is the one
getting
chasing.
anything.
He
breaks the
stiffs arm Thompson and gets out of bounds for a gain when it looked like it was going to be a loss of 4. Gets to the 47.
Now you're. Oh, I wish
5
we would
yards?
use a timeout there. Because right now we'd have about 43, 42 seconds. Instead, we have 29.
Right. 5 yards for Buchanan when it looked like he wasn't going to get anything.
He was going to lose 5 yards there.
I thought Jack Thompson was going to hop on his back and take him straight down.
Now you got man-to-man coverage on Bigelow here potentially, unless that kid sags back. I think Bigelow might have moved.
Arsvold was the man in motion. They were pitching it to him. He was being chased by Wolin, but false start. 28 seconds remaining before halftime. We'll finally get to our commercials to help out our great sponsors who have been with us throughout the entire fall number 2 season.
You're going to have to refund him for the first few minutes of the game out
Stop
of your own
it.
pocket.
Stop
Joel.
it. I'll just take it away from your salary.
You can't take nothing from nothing.
That's true. Double wing, one to the right, one to the left. Donovan under centered. Buchanan moves.
Go!
And
Oh,
Donovan
that's not-
looking underneath, incomplete. Kennedy was his target. And Majeski was the man in coverage. Incomplete. 3rd down and 10, 24 seconds for halftime. Kasson Mantorville leading 21-6. Winona did just score. You're wondering why they're playing on a Wednesday. That's because the regular season ends on a Wednesday night, so they can get into sections next week. They can play the Monday, Friday, right? Isn't that what they play next week?
Tuesday usually, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, Tuesday. That's it. Donovan on the keeper. The option, he can come
Donovan.
back to your side. He does. Trying to make another man
Timeout.
miss. Yeah,
Timeout.
exactly. They're at the
Thank you.
28-yard line.
Yep.
A huge run of 20 yards for Donovan. Scooting, he probably ran 35, but he ends up with just plus 20 on the run. Went from the far hash mark, near hash mark, bounced back to the inside, and the Comets do take a timeout. 15 seconds left.
You gave him 20 on that?
Yes, I did, sir. There. Got my other second sir in for the night. I'll owe you a nickel later. 15 seconds left. Now, Ben, Comets have a chance.
Two passes to Bigelow. Take 2 shots at least. You might get 3 shots at him.
And you know Winkle's got the leg easily to end up kicking a field goal. Todd wants a touchdown. 15 seconds left. By the way, if you haven't seen it on Twitter or anything like that, Stewartville and Kasson for their volleyball, that is being moved to next Saturday, so we will not be covering that tomorrow, which is when it was supposed to take place. It'll be next Saturday at, I think it's 1:30 is the varsity, and we'll be bringing you that. That is also the night of section football. If there's a football game that night, it'll be at 7 o'clock, so I might be pulling a doubleheader that night. Otherwise, we're just going to have section football next week, as well as Comet volleyball against Pine Island. Donovan on the keeper. Not
2
much
timeouts,
there.
you can do that, but I still would have taken a shot.
4 yards on Donovan's carry of the option. I'm with you, Ben. I think I would have.
You got to
thrown
take one
something.
shot here, and you're not taking 10 seconds off the clock, so you can still try a field goal if that's what you're trying to do.
2nd down and 6. Second timeout taken by Kasson here in the first half. Picks coming up, but that I know
Hopefully
how
you
excited
can go down again.
I think everybody's so excited. Todd's the only one really excited, as the standings are not good for any of us. Ben's at 15-17, 15 wins, 17 losses.
I got Liberty right. That's all I got to say.
I did. You did. 17-15 is my picks. Todd's at 20-12. He needs to just absolutely tank
And I got Notre Dame
this week.
too. God.
So did I.
Yeah.
I got that one as well.
Which ones did Todd get right? I can't believe he got any right last week.
He missed that one.
I know
Those are
he
the
Did he pick Liberty?
all
Oh,
three of us picked Liberty.
Considering they were like 17-point underdogs. I mean, they were the ranked team.
And they would have lost if their coach wouldn't have called a timeout.
Well,
That was a
the end of
blocked
that game
field
was
goal.
goofy anyway.
Yeah, it was
but
a blocked field goal, and
Well, they shouldn't have been trying to.
Virginia Tech ran it back for a touchdown, but
Why
the coach
would
called a
they
timeout.
attempt that field goal when you had time, which they ended up doing,
Right.
getting a few more yards.
And then made the field goal to win the game.
Well, you weren't making a 59-yarder.
Right. 10 seconds. Buchanan moved. Donovan goes back. He's looking.
There it is.
He's going to throw it deep.
Underthrown.
It is, and it's intercepted. And Winona ends up with an interception by Trent Langowski and an INT. But that's going to be it. Oh, no, there's 1 second left. Pardon me. There's 1 second left. Arsvold was the intended target near the end zone line, trying to run to the pylon, essentially, the near pylon, not the far one.
Just couldn't throw it far enough. If he doesn't underthrow that, that's probably a touchdown because he's got a step on that guy.
He's got to lead him
It's
to
a
the
long
first
way
pylon.
to throw it, though, across the field.
Oh, for sure. What will Winona do for 1 second?
Just chuck it up there, man.
Why not? Heffman has a good arm. You wouldn't think the Comets would let anybody behind them. 19 seconds, or pardon me, 19-yard line for Winona, 2x2 set.
This is the play where you move Bigelow to safety.
They just hand it off
Give it
to
to Davis for nothing.
Nope. And that is going to be it. So, no gain. End of the first half. And let's get to our...
Well, I haven't seen the games yet. Hold on.
You could
Do you wanna
look at all
you
of
wanna
that.
go to a
I am
commercial?
going to go to commercial to help our fine sponsors because they haven't had any love much of this first half.
I love them.
As the Kasson Mantorville Comets leading 21-6 over Winona here at KM Telecom Stadium.
This sports broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by Bigelow Homes, delivering customers homes with innovative and affordable design built around the way you live and personalized to your specific needs. If you're wanting the home of your dreams, start by visiting bigelowhomes.net. Kasson Dental, where their goal is to respectfully serve their patients by providing the highest quality dental care in a friendly, comfortable atmosphere. The staff at Kasson Dental is ready to meet your dental needs. You can make an appointment on their website, kassondental.com. The Kasson Mantorville School District, Comet fans, parents, and students should all be getting their information from the Kasson Mantorville High School Twitter page. Follow KM Comets HS. We thank our other great sponsors as well, McKern Financial and KM Telecom. This sports broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by McKern Financial Group, a full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout the Kasson Mantorville area and beyond. Chris and company provide professional, personalized services and guidance in a wide range of financial and business needs. KM Telecom football season has arrived, and if you don't want to miss any of the action, sign up for KM TV. KM Telecom has a multitude of cable packages to ensure your living room is a mecca for entertainment. Find out more at kmtel.com and by Kasson Dental, Bigelow Homes, and the Kasson Mantorville School District.
Kasson Mantorville Comets leading 21-6 over the Winona WinHawks at KM Telecom Stadium here at KM Activities, your home for the Comets. It is halftime. Let's talk about the touchdowns thus far for the Comets before we get to the little crucial things that you're holding over there. The punt by Winona when you guys weren't even on with us.
Yeah, really run down those plays.
Yeah, we'll do. Comets at 10:29 after the punt. 3, 6, 6, 2, 13, 3, 3, 9. Touchdown on that 9-yard run by Tucker. PAT was good, 7-0. Winona did have the ball next at 6:06 in the first quarter. 29 of their own. They had a penalty. They had a big pass play, run, by Davis. But then they got knee-deep into Kasson territory and left turnover on downs. The Comets took over at their own 34 at 3:02. Only 3 plays as Jackson Kennedy had a fumble. Winona could not do anything with it. They did get a first down, and then they had a penalty on a 4th down play that they gained to get the first down. Holding penalty. They ended up punting. Comets punted after having the ball at their own 1. They were able to get it out of their end zone, but then got just 1 first down after that. The very next play, Winona had it at their own 48-yard line, 9:05 second quarter, and it was an interception by Logan Vaughn off of a tip by Gavin Giesler. Comets scored on 2 plays later, 12 yards. Donovan to Bigelow, 14-0. And then Winona had a -4 play on their next drive, followed by an interception by Jackson Kennedy. Comets took advantage, 15-yard touchdown by Buchanan to make it 21-0. WinHawks really bounced back, though. 6:43 to go in the second quarter. 26-yard line of their own. I had a play of 9, 15, 7, and then 30 for the touchdown. Heffman to Mason Langowski for 30 yards. PAT, actually they went for 2. 21-6, and then that final drive by the Kasson Comets ended up as an interception for Donovan, throwing that interception as the Comets were trying to score before the end of the first half. They will get the ball to start the second half. Comets lead 21-6. Comets at 3-1. Winona 2-3 on the season. And Ben, you've got the piece of paper. You'll have stats for us too, I'm sure.
Oh,
maybe.
I'm researching picks.
All right. Well,
that's what happens when you don't show me this.
Start it off.
All right.
Well, through them. We have eight games again tonight to pick from.
We got to start with the big dog right off the bat, the Gophers in Iowa.
Yeah, that's the first game. So, what did you and Todd have already selected everything anyway?
I haven't selected anything.
Oh, you haven't?
I didn't write
Okay.
anything.
Todd has. Todd looks like he has
I know,
an
so
Iowa.
I'm just doing whatever Todd did.
Who is
I gotta
hosting
make up
this
some
game?
ground. Right here. Right here.
No, I don't.
You don't know that is?
No, because he's got a mask on.
You know who it is. It's your boss.
All right. The first. He's not supposed to be here. I can't tell. He's got camouflage.
I know, exactly. I
Can't even
can't
see
see
a
him.
person.
Who is hosting this game? Let's get.
Minnesota. I said right away. Right
Okay,
here.
I'm going to take the Gophers because they're hosting.
Iowa guy takes the Gophers. All right, I'm taking the Gophers. If Todd had taken the Gophers,
I'm
I
just
would
taking the
take
home team just because I figured
Todd-
they're the only ones that have the advantage.
Nobody's got any advantage when there's no fans. In
Well, you
the
got to
city.
write down everything.
All right. So
What is he doing
Todd
up
took
here?
Iowa.
Todd took Iowa. We're
He
going to
did.
both take Minnesota.
All right, next game is Georgia State at App State.
Appalachian State, yes.
This is the Sun Belt game you give me. I've been wanting Sun Belt games, and then you give me an extremely lopsided Sun Belt game.
Yeah. So you got
Couldn't have
to.
given Coastal Carolina some love.
I'm going to
North
take
Alabama.
I'll go first. Then I'll
All right.
take an Appalachian State.
No, weird.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, me too, and Todd also. Way to put a 17-point dog on there.
All right. What's the
All right,
game?
next game is Oregon at Washington
Who
State.
are you taking there? You're up first.
Me? Or
Yeah.
Todd?
No, you. Todd's already chosen.
Well, I'm taking Oregon.
I am also taking Oregon. Did Todd take
Of
Washington
course,
State?
it's a sweep for
Darn it,
Oregon.
okay.
It is at Washington State.
That's why I chose that one, because the slate of games this week are garbage.
Still a
sir.
double-digit game, though.
It's a terrible
All right,
week.
here's your difference maker right here. Northwestern at Purdue. Todd has written down Northwestern, so I guess you're taking Purdue.
They're the home team, aren't they?
Yeah.
Purdue's hosting.
Northwestern ranked number 23.
Isn't this a tight line, too? Isn't
yeah,
the
I
line's
want
only
to
like
say 3
what,
points.
3?
Northwestern.
Ugh. I'm gonna take Northwestern.
All right, I'm going to take the walk-on quarterback from Purdue. I'm going with the Boilermakers.
I hope that they win, but I'm going to take Northwestern.
I just got to make up ground. So
I understand. I thought about the same thing, but I don't think Northwestern is going to win.
All right, first
Purdue's
pro
gonna
game,
win.
Indianapolis at Tennessee, Thursday night football.
Yeah, this should be a great game. This is two teams meeting up in the AFC South and leading. What did Todd take that made
He
you?
went Tennessee. No, I just didn't think it's that. I don't know.
It's a good game. This is a very, very good
Indy's
game.
inconsistent.
Well, that's true.
Not that Tennessee's great.
He took Tennessee?
Yeah.
Indy's hosting, aren't they?
No, it's at Tennessee.
Dang it. Okay, give me the Titans.
All right, I'll take Indianapolis, even though I don't like them.
I would have taken Indy if they were hosting.
All right, next game is Philadelphia at the New York Giants.
I'll take.
Todd took the Giants.
I'm taking the Eagles.
The Giants?
I'm taking the Eagles. The Giants are horrible. Philadelphia is not much better. I know you're taking the Eagles.
Well, yeah, I'm taking whoever Todd didn't take.
Next
one, Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Yeah, I'm going to go with Todd on this one at Pittsburgh. I do.
I like
Burrow.
I like Burrow. I like Burrow a lot, but their offensive
you can
line.
be different than us.
Their offensive line just is not what I thought it would be.
Okay.
And then the Iowa State kid that I knew that was on the practice squad, he got cut. So now I just don't care about Cincinnati, unfortunately, because I knew the kid that was on their practice squad.
Too long of an explanation.
Just going to take Pitt.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Final game, Vikings at Chicago on Monday Night Football. He took the Vikes.
Oh, I'm taking the Bears.
All right.
I'm taking the Bears.
Vikes, come on. Even though Chicago
They're hosting. I'll
has
take
been
the
our
Bears.
kryptonite there.
I'll take the Bears. The Bears.
Oh.
The Bears.
Todd, how many games am I behind you? 5 games behind?
Yeah.
Making it up this week, man. Do I have 5 different?
What is the records again? You have them in front of you. They're such terrible picks.
Joel. What? I'm in last place
Yes,
now?
you're on last place.
I
That's
think
because
your
I'm not
math is
taking enough
off here.
Sun Belt games
I know.
for
You
you.
need more college games for me. I'm 15 and 17. You're 17 and 15. Todd's 12.
21 or no
20 and
20 and
12.
20 and 12.
5 games back.
Todd
Do I
is
have 5
leading
different
these
here?
picks.
I have 1 different.
He's going to have to get a batch of chocolate chip cookies if he
different.
wins this thing. We still got a couple weeks to go, though. You know, we could always take this into the basketball season as well. If you and I are losing for that long, maybe we'll just drag it on as far as we can.
No, I don't do. I'm not doing basketball games.
No. I mean, like,
Oh,
college
wrestling picks and
We'll
stuff like
still we're still gonna pick football games.
Oh, gotcha.
Just drag it on until like the bowl season. Maybe that'll be the blow off is the bowl season.
Sun Belt.
There you go.
Just
Do you have stats,
give me
sir?
no, I don't. I can get them for you if you want to run or talk or do some ads.
Yeah.
It's not.
We're
not gonna be a lot
riffing
'cause
already.
Nobody carried very many. You know, the leading
that's
carry.
true.
Mo had 7 carries. That was the leading touches.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, the Comets were very balanced in that first half. I know you didn't get to see some of it if you're just joining us here on KM Activities.
Oh yeah, we should talk Veterans Day.
Yes,
Why
absolutely.
don't you talk about that, Joel, and add?
Yeah, the Veterans program. I wish that, that's the unfortunate part that they really can't have the programs for the veterans with all the COVID precautions. So I know the elementary school usually does one. I will give the example of my favorite Veterans Day that I ever had. And that was when I was working as a news director in Harlan, there was a veteran that had just wrote a book called Back in the Day. And I spoke to him for a good about 10 minutes, I would say, just having an interview about him, where he was in Vietnam War. And amazing guy. His story was incredible. Parts of his book were true, parts of it were not. But he kind of based it on his deployment to Vietnam. And on Veterans Day, I ran the interview. I also read his book. He signed it for me. Great guy. And I happened to be in the VFW that night when it was Veterans Day. And I was in the town for a different reason, not to stop at the VFW. But he told me to stop by before I left town, which I did. And what a humbling experience it was on Veterans Day. I had a veteran thank me for doing that interview, and I nearly was in tears because I'm like, sir, you don't understand. It's me that should be thanking you. We should be thanking veterans every day for their service, for what they do to put their body on the line, for our freedoms, for everything that's out there. And to have that type of a connection on that day was very, very special to me. I still have the book. I've read it. It was a great book, great guy. Steve Houghton was his name, and that is something in my broadcasting career I will never, ever forget. And for veterans, you should always thank them.
Well, and has our freedom ever meant more than it does right now? When some of it's taken away from you, you should or you better appreciate it more. And obviously all the veterans out there ensure that freedom for us. So, yeah, please, if you haven't thanked a veteran yet today, you better get out there and find one.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you are a veteran that is listening to this, sorry about all the terrible picks, but, thank you for everything that you have done. Thank you for your service. And just thanks for watching and listening as well.
I got some stats for you.
Okay, thank you.
Both Mo and Mr. Donovan finished with 43 yards apiece in the first half. Mo on 7 carries, Donovan on 5. Nobody else had too much. Buchanan had the 15-yard touchdown run. They finished with 155 yards, add another 25 passing for 180. WinHawks, similar. Leading rusher had 43 yards. And
Davis?
No, Heffman actually led.
Oh, it was Heffman. Okay.
Yeah, Davis really, Davis didn't have any long runs. He had a lot of 5 and 6 yards.
He had the 120-yarder.
Right.
That was very early, though.
Correct. Yeah, and I think I have him for about 40, so it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't huge, but I have them with 127 yards of total offense in the first half. So not a huge difference really when you look at it, but that last drive certainly helped a lot of things for Winona, and they have to be feeling fairly good going into the half.
Yes, they definitely should. And the Kasson Comets 3-1 on the season, trying to end their season on a high note. Loss was to Albany.
We should be doing Masters picks. How did we not do Masters picks? I will do.
No.
Let's do that. Come on.
We already have people on the stream wondering what we're doing.
What do you mean what we're doing?
I don't know.
It's halftime.
Agreed. We have to have some fun around here, and for the Kasson Comets, they're trying to get pumped up. Albany was their one loss a couple weeks ago. Other games that are happening, are these happening? I don't know. Faribault's at Albert Lee. That game, I think that game took place.
I think Albert Lee got.
Or did they shut it down?
They might have played before they shut that down.
Well, Faribault's shutting it down too.
Okay.
Next week, November 19th, they're going to shut down until January.
Their athletics or the school?
Yes. They're
going to go shut down their athletics.
They're going to go full distance learning.
Mankato and St. Peter both announced that this week that they're going full distance.
If that happens, well, I won't have a job for a while.
Don't you talk like that.
I don't want it to happen. I'm not saying that.
The bigger issue right now is staff. If you have staff cases, that's where you get in trouble. As long as we can keep everybody healthy and keep the buses going and the custodial staff going and the teaching staff going, then we're doing all right. And we're doing all right.
Yeah,
so that's good.
Agreed.
As a parent with a kid in elementary school, I'm very happy with the way we're going right now.
The high school with the hybrid seems to be working. Some kids have elected to be full distance learning, but most of them are in school and at least parts of the week. And I get to see some of the kids every day.
There's a lot of athletes doing it.
There is a lot of athletes.
And I can't blame them for trying to avoid close contact and stuff like that. So.
Well, Kasson will get it first in the third quarter, 21-6.
Brooksy back deep.
Well, he's leaving us now. So, yeah, Mr. Matuska up here for a while. Seriously, had no idea who that was. When he first got up here, I had no idea. He was all in camo. No clue.
Well, this is the first game he's been able to come to this year.
Meyer on the tee, kicking left to right. In the white jerseys and orange lettering, and more of an onside kick almost, and it's the same big guy. Ends up with the up man return to the 45-yard line.
They must have told him at halftime, if that happens again, you just go, baby, go. And he did.
Oh, it's Marquis Sims. I just heard him. So Marquis Sims.
Thick.
Yes, he does. I just saw him today. He's in one of the algebra classes I cover. Marquise better get his homework done too tonight. 21-6. Mrs. Yitzty will be on him about that. Kasson
He's got a great supervisor in the room that can help, I'm sure.
I cannot answer any of their algebra questions. What I will tell you is it's first down and 10. Kasson leading 21-6. So we start the third quarter, and it's Kasson keeping with Matt Donovan. He will gain 2 yards on the keeper.
I feel like Mo got 4 yards downfield before he realized he didn't have the football there. Did you see him look at his hands like, oh, I don't have it?
Yeah, and I actually was able to notice that Donovan did have it for 2. Second down and 8.
Because Mo got out in the open and didn't have the ball.
Correct. Otherwise, it would have been 4 or 5 WinHawks hopping on his back. Near side with Bigelow. Comets under center with the double wing. Man in motion, it's Vaughn coming, and he does take the pitch, trying to turn upfield. Got a nice cutback block. And then he ends up getting past the 45-yard line. Give Lowers a pat on the back for his block. He was almost too far upfield. So a gain of roughly 10. No, about 8.
8, yep. I like Vaughn runs with that ball high and tight. And the kid tried to give him a little shove afterward. You don't shove the number 1 ranked 145-pounder in the state. I'll tell you that right now.
First down and 10. Far side Bigelow. 5 defensive linemen up front. And a handoff to Tucker. Tucker is pushing the pile by himself to the 31-yard line, 14 yards for Big Mo Tucker.
When he's got that head of steam and that fake runs so well, I don't know how you stop that.
And the
You gotta get
guards
lucky.
that are getting out there, Lowers, Giesler on the interior too.
How many did you give him there?
That was 14.
Rumbling.
You know, Ben Nelson is also part of that offensive line. Don't want to miss him. Bigelow's on the near side. He's been flip-flopping at 10:40 to go. And it's Tucker again. First man to even touch him is after 4 yards. He'll slide down after the tackle from Meyer, the senior linebacker for Winona, but it's 5 yards. He gained 4 before Meyer even touched him.
So I'm saying, when you run that fake so well, it's you don't have time to react. He's getting 3 yards no matter what happens.
Yes. Yeah, agreed.
He got 5 there.
Yeah. That's why, yeah, I wrote down 5. Cheapskate probably shorted him.
I
Handoff,
didn't.
Tucker. Oh, look at him. He broke 1 tackle. He gets past the 15-yard line near the 10, and he'll fall forward near the 7-yard line. 19 yards on the run, and probably 14 of it was after the first contact.
And then probably 5 more with an entire team on his back.
Oh, we have a WinHawk down. Winona has a player down. So hopefully, boy, we saw many guys go down last week, Ben, but that was for cramps. We had 70-degree weather at KM Telecom Stadium, and the turf was nice and warm. And tonight, fans are bundling up and getting ready for a cold winter's night, but they're doing it outside and trying to stay warm. Hopefully this WinHawk is okay. Never saw the number of who is down for Winona. They trail 21-6. 9:57 is what we have third quarter as the Comets lead in the regular season finale of 2020. And what an odd season it has been. Comets didn't even get their first game of the season with Mankato East. Now the Comets looking to have some section playoff experience coming up in the next week and a half or so.
Do we only dress 30 guys?
Right now, currently, I think it's 20. Is it 25 or did you count 30? 30?
I counted 30.
Okay. Wow. And the freshmen are quarantined right now too, so they're not
still.
back.
I thought we got to be close to done.
They should be coming back within the end of the week, but we have a WinHawk down, and he still hasn't been moved at about the 24-yard line. So we'll take a quick timeout, thank our great sponsors, and we'll come right back here on KM Activities.
This sports broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by Bigelow Homes, delivering customers homes with innovative and affordable design built around the way you live and personalized to your specific needs. If you're wanting the home of your dreams, start by visiting bigelowhomes.net. Kasson Dental, where their goal is to respectfully serve their patients by providing the highest quality dental care in a friendly, comfortable atmosphere. The staff at Kasson Dental is ready to meet your dental needs. You can make an appointment on their website, kassondental.com. The Kasson Mantorville School District, Comet fans, parents, and students should all be getting their information from the Kasson Mantorville High School Twitter page. Follow KM Comets HS. We thank our other great sponsors as well, McKern Financial and
Kasson Mantorville, they do get the WinHawk off the field. Helped him out. Still never saw a number. Donovan keeps on the option, and he'll slip down. A little turf trouble as Davis brings him down. Todd, move the camera,
3
please.
yards.
3
Yeah.
for Donovan.
So just got an update. Byron is down 14-7. Now they're playing Rochester Mayo. But
Right, they're
down
playing
14-7.
Mayo. Second down and goal at the 5 for Kasson Mantorville. Clock moves at 9:20. Third quarter. Comets leading 21-6. Knocking on the door. Donovan keeps trying to get it out the outside. He will. Right at the hash mark. Slides in for a touchdown for Donovan. His 8th of the season. And it comes from 5 yards out. Comets up 27-6.
I tell you what, Donovan has done this year. He's become fast and patient. And that's the combo you need to run this offense right. He's fast and patient.
Really found a nice groove in that option, and his skills of selecting whether to pitch or keep. And when he keeps it, he just turns and he goes. Winkle goes for the PAT, and he'll remain perfect on the evening, 4 for 4. And the Comets lead 28-6. So you have WinHawks. Winona scored at the near end of the second quarter, and the Comets bounce back and open the third with their opening drive for a touchdown to lead 28-6. So a good response by Kasson Mantorville.
Certainly, and really a drive set up by a couple of nice Mo Tucker runs. You know, that 19-yarder carrying the entire Winona team, as he will do. He also had a 14-yarder on that drive. And, you know, and it also set up by that pooch kick. You know, when you kick off and you give the Comets the ball at midfield, essentially, you know, they don't have to go very far. So 2 of those Mo Tucker runs puts you in scoring position.
That's true. Yeah, the WinHawks did not kick it deep.
And when Sims is back there, you don't kick it to him.
Kevin Wolfile's asking about that he's noticed all season that the coaches are going all the way to the goal line. That's legal now. Yes.
Yeah, and the players, I was kind of wondering that too,
is
because the
legal.
player box is seemingly non-existent now too.
Correct.
You notice that, but the players have been going down to the 15-yard line, I noticed.
Oh, it went through Davis's hands. That's a live ball at the 2-yard line. He's going to have to fall on it right there at the 2. So Davis had it go between his fingertips, and instead of rolling into the end zone, it dies at the 2-yard line. And that's where Winona will have to take over at 9-10. So there you go, Kevin. That is correct. The sidelines, they can kind of roam wherever they want to. As
it's not a normal year, I guess.
It is not. It is not. And so they're allowing that to happen where the kids can kind of go wherever they want and the coaches can stay away. And so it's more social distancing than anything else.
Oh, that would make sense. Maybe was that the goal with that rule, is to be able to spread out. Now, the Comets take advantage of it. I don't see a lot of teams taking advantage of it.
Yeah, they can if they want to. I think it's more the coaching staff trying to remain away as Heffman rolls out. Larson's wide open at the 15-yard line. He'll turn upfield to the 24 and then be dragged down from behind as Nelson gets him, but not until a gain of 22. A little catch and run on that for Larson.
Just a nice looking play all around, and honestly, Larson's a good looking player. He, like I said, not a big tight end.
No,
he's smaller than his receiver counterparts. Well,
they don't really have a speedster, do Winona, but they have some really nice possession receivers. Davis on the handoff bobbled it at first. He spun with his backside going forward, and he ends up with a gain of 4 for Winona.
Which is so weird to say that about Winona, to not have speedsters when they've had so many over the last decade. Really, they've had multiple kids on the outside that are dangerous, and they've had huge tight ends, and it's just been a talented run for this program.
But you look, and it's Larson, a smaller tight end, but a good blocker too. Heffman keeps on a QB read.
Thought his knee locked up a little bit there when he tried to plant.
He did. The 36-yard line. Arsvold helping out. So is Tucker. Kennedy. 3rd down and 3.
Give him
So,
3.
yeah, 3 yards. You're right, Ben. But, yeah, if you look at their wide receivers, you got Langowski and Trent and Mason, who have both been targeted tonight. On the near side, Rustad is probably I would consider him a slot receiver, but he plays on the outside. And Heffman keeps again, goes forward, drops to the 41-yard line. Mo Tucker on the tackle for Kasson Mantorville, but it's a gain of 6 and a first down. Well, 5, make it 5, and a first down. Very decisive is Heffman.
Well, they've really, again, they've had, if they continue this, it'll be their 3rd really good drive of the game. They got stopped on one of them, but that sustained drive before the half was huge for this program, honestly.
7 minutes and 30 seconds. Clock moves, 3rd quarter. Comets, Kasson Mantorville leading 28-6, and Davis gets loose on the far side, past the 45-46 before ramped up by a couple of Comets. Kennedy coming up first.
Just getting 5-yard chunks here over and over again.
Yeah, Bigelow was in on that tackle, but yes, 5 yards. That was Davis instead of Heffman. It's mainly been those two. Far side is Trent and Mason Langowski lined up together. One at the line of scrimmage, the other one in the slot. 2 wide receivers on the near side too. Davis, it's Langowski moving on this near side. That's Trent. Heffman getting pressured by Arsvold. He can't get away, and Jacob Arsvold will get the sack. Drops him back to the original line of scrimmage, which is the 41, and -5. Who else helped out?
Giesler.
Thank you.
Giesler tattooed him while Arsvold had him in the grasp. They've been lining Larson up on the outside here as a receiver.
Oh, yeah, they have.
So he's a kid who clearly can play on both on the outside and inside as a tight end.
Because Langowski's, the 2 of them, Mason and Trent, are still on the far side. You're right, Rustad is on the slot with Larson on the outside as more of the possession wide receiver. 2-by-2 set. Winona, 3rd down and 10, needing to the 49-yard line of the Comets. They will get to the 50 as a catch over on the far side. Mason Langowski, he is short of the sticks at the 9, needed to the 49 of Kasson Mantorville's side. He is literally at the K&M in the middle of the field over on the far hash mark at the 50 for 9.
They need a 1 yard here, and they're running up the line quickly. If Heffman doesn't keep this ball, I'll be stunned.
Same as they do huddle up, and it's the first time
Heffman
will. Yes.
We weren't ready for that.
No, and Heffman for the first time tonight is under center. Needed the 49 to the 46, 3 yards on a 4th down conversion, and 4 for a first down. New set for Winona.
When the quarterback comes up and gets under center and he's leaning already, you got to adjust quick.
Yeah, the defensive
tackles.
What's coming. Yeah, DTs were not ready for Kasson Mantorville in their blue jerseys and white lettering. Winona, Heffman, shotgun, stays back to where he was comfortable, rolls
Great
to the left,
again.
and he's wrapped up in a sack. Far side, Logan Lowers comes in. He's a defensive tackle, pressure by Kasson Mantorville. They'll go back to the 47-yard line on Winona's side, and a loss of 6.
He gets great protection again, though. Like, he's holding the ball to. I get it, but when you got 4 seconds sitting back there, and it's not on the offensive line. That offensive line is doing its job. When you can sit back there, plant your feet, look around, eventually you got to get rid of it.
That's a coverage sack right there, Ben.
I don't know. I don't even think it was that. He just was looking at the wrong side of the field because both Larson and Langowski on this side were wide open.
Yeah,
but
he
did
did
look to his left.
I was going to say, he looked on the far side to his left, as you said. false start, so they go a sack for -5 and a -5 on the penalty, and Winona's going backwards. Their first down marker is sitting at the Kasson Mantorville side at the 38. This ball is marked for the line of scrimmage at the 42-yard line of Winona's. They trail 28-6. Their score came on their essentially last drive of the first half. Kasson Mantorville opened the second half with a drive for a touchdown to pad their lead. Heffman on a hitch, goes on the far side at the 50-yard line. It's a catch over on the far side by Mason Langowski. He's wrapped up right as he caught it by Mo Tucker for Kasson Mantorville, and he gains 7 out of it.
It's a good play. It's a good play to cut that distance down a little bit, make things a little bit more reasonable on third down. Now cut it again, and you're probably going for it. Cut it in half.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Ben. 2 down territory for Winona when you trail by 22. Third down and 13. Ball is right at the 50-yard line again. Leading the 38. Heffman has coverage, or has time, and I'm not sure where he was looking at. A slant pattern with Rustad coming across the field, long crosser, and also over there was Trent Langowski. So the pass was near the 38-yard line, but instead of cutting in a half, Ben, they have an incomplete pass.
He's given up half the field right now, and I think that's the problem. When he's getting back there and he's got time to kind of go through his progressions, he's given up his right side of the field, and he's looking to his left.
4th down and 13. Back to return will be Bigelow.
Because he again had Larson over here, man-to-man coverage, not a safety over the top. He'd feel good about throwing that ball up.
And the punt comes directly to Bigelow, who never moved at the 26-yard. Seriously, that could have been a pass directly to him after the punt by Winona. Kasson Mantorville leading 28-6, third quarter, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Comets 26 of their own to jumpstart their second drive of the second half. They scored on the first drive of the first half, led 21-6 at halftime. Comets had a chance maybe to even score before half. Ended up throwing an interception by Matt Donovan, quarterback, who's back out under center. Bigelow's on the near side, the one wide out. Double wing set for Kasson Mantorville. Logan from near to far. Vaughn, that is the man in motion. It's Donovan to keep after all that motion. Gets to the 35-yard line.
We got a lot of guys that carry that ball high and tight. I like it.
8 yards on the first carry by Donovan. And look at this, Ben. They're going to go quickly, huddling all the way back up. No huddle, I should say. Handoff Jackson Kennedy. He's spelling for Mo Tucker on this drive. Kennedy past the 40, dropped to the 41-yard line. Tackled on the play by Borland, defensive lineman for Winona. Has got a couple of tackles tonight.
How many did you give him there?
Let's see. 32, so he ends up past. He didn't gain 10 there. Hold on. He gained 8. That would have been 8 yards for Kennedy. 8 and 8. Yeah.
An 8?
Yeah, I gained 8 and 8. Donovan rolls over to the right side. Kennedy gives him a big lead block and stayed on his feet to block another. Gets to the 47 for 5. Fantastic block by Jackson Kennedy on the fullback. Not only did he knock a man down, he stayed on his feet.
And Donovan made one guy miss, and that's really all it takes to get 6 yards. When they're running this offense well, when you're running this option well and playing it fast, I don't know how you stop it. I really don't. It's only a negative play stops it. A false start, a hold, or something like that. When you're running it well, you just can't have a negative play.
Well, and they didn't get off to the greatest start this weird season. Vaughn carrying it high and near side, broke a tackle past the 50, 45, pushed out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
He didn't get wrestled out of bounds. Stop it.
11 yards. 11 yards for Logan Vaughn.
Wrestled his way for 11 yards.
He did.
What happened?
Yes, he is a great wrestler.
Number 1 in the state. The rankings came out today. The Comets, of course, ranked number 2 behind national power Simley right now.
Yeah.
Simley has ranked kids at, I believe, every weight.
That is insane. Wrestling season in a month away. Comets hoping that the football season lasts a lot longer. A little counter by Buchanan. Nice hesitation. He spreads to the 45. He was trying to go far side of the field, cut right back to the middle, found an opening.
9?
And takes, 9 yards. How about the patience on Buchanan?
How about the blocking by the tackle out there?
True. Far side would be Brock Swanson on the right tackle spot.
Their DN over there couldn't see the play because our tackle had eaten him up.
Yeah, Brock's had a good season. All these offensive linemen pushing around Winona. 2nd down and 1. Minute 30. Third quarter, 28-6. Kasson Mantorville leading and the ball. Donovan, play fake, looking over the far side to Bigelow. Bigelow went down. That ball was going to be incomplete anyway. Coverage on the play was Trent Langowski. Would have gained maybe 10 had Bigelow caught it. It was a little off, and also they just couldn't find the hook up there.
It's there's the one thing that Donovan still we got to work on. I don't want to call it happy feet because it's not what you traditionally think of as happy feet. It's just his patience back when in that setting is not the same patience he has with the option. He's got to be able to hang in there a little bit longer and take the hit. As often as he gets hit in that option, you got to get comfortable taking a hit there because if he waits another second, Bigelow comes free, and then that ball is thrown in the right spot.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. Donovan going to keep. He's got a blocker out in front. That's Kennedy again. Needed 1. He'll get past the 30. And at the 28-yard line for 5 yards and a first down.
But it was 2nd and 1, and that's why you take that shot. Third one. That's why you take that shot, because you can't.
Right.
You can get a yard at any time with this offense right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, the play before.
Well, yeah,
that's
what I'm saying. When you gain 9 yards on first down, you get to take that shot.
Yep, I see what you're saying. That was a 3rd down conversion for Kasson Mantorville at a minute left in the 3rd. Hand off, Kennedy. Kennedy wrapped up hard and thrown down. These are tough yards.
Only 53 seconds left here in the quarter, too.
5 on the carry. Man, that was a very tough tackle.
I'm giving him 6. You know how generous I am.
Okay, fine. I don't care.
Kennedy again.
And he broke it! He broke it over the far side for 23 and a touchdown for Ken. I did not even see him break a tackle. He just went right off to the right side and scoots into the end zone.
When you realize he has the ball, it's too late. It's really too late.
And Kennedy's first touchdown run of the season. It comes with 34 seconds in the 3rd quarter.
How long was it?
That was 20. I had him for 23 yards for Kennedy. 34 seconds, 3rd quarter, 34-6. Kasson Mantorville with the PAT to come. Talked to Kennedy's mom tonight, too. A little bit about Jackson. PAT is good for Winkle. He is perfect tonight. 35-6. Kasson Mantorville leading. We're almost to the money quarter, but Kasson Mantorville, the way they're moving the ball in this 3rd quarter, they're already depositing this one in the back pocket and put it in the wallet. Jackson Kennedy cashes in on a long drive. They scored, Kasson Mantorville did, on the 9th play of the drive. Plays of 8-8, 5-11-9, incomplete pass 5-6, and then 23 for Kennedy to finish it out. Like I said, that was his first touchdown run of the season. Mama Kennedy probably very, very excited over that. He does come in tonight with 242 yards. His 3rd on the team when it comes to carries, behind Donovan and Mo Tucker. 35-6, Kasson Mantorville leading Winona. We talked about the history of these two teams. Winona had the wins over the last 4 seasons, going back to 2016 section finals. Last year they met. Winona won the regular season matchup in Winona, and then they met on a neutral site in Rochester for the section final where Winona won that one too. Davis over on the far side. Last one scooted past him. He catches this one on the bounce at the 20-yard line, takes it to the 25 near the sideline of Winona's. And I think he is out of bounds at the 25 is where the officials will start and mark. 29 seconds. Ben, big-time drives. 2 of them for Kasson in this third quarter. Both of them lead to touchdowns.
That's what you want, especially after you give one up at the end of the first half. For you to have 2 nice sustained, again, just 5-yard chunks all the way.
Heffman's under center. They're going to go they went eye back, which is the first time Winona has done that all night. They get 2 yards with Davis. But they have ran shotgun and 2x2 sets, 2x1s mainly. They've had trips maybe a handful of times. Looks like Winona is going to take it to the fourth quarter. Only 5 seconds left. So a little bit of an odd formation by Winona to finish the third quarter. Not sure what that was about. They're looking for something to spark. And the Kasson Comets, they found theirs in the third quarter, 35-6 after the 2 touchdowns here on KM Activities. We'll come back with the money quarter right after this.
Broadcast on KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by McKern Financial Group, a full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout the Kasson-Mantorville area and beyond. Chris and company provide professional, personalized services and guidance in a wide range of financial and business needs. KM Telecom football season has arrived, and if you don't want to miss any of the action, sign up for KM TV. KM Telecom has a multitude of cable packages to ensure your living room is a mecca for entertainment. Find out more at kmtel.com and by Kasson Dental, Bigelow Homes, and the Kasson-Mantorville School District.
Ben, I was going to ask you to start it up, but you won't. What? I forgot to tell you that.
Oh.
35-6.
Back.
There you go.
Okay.
Fourth quarter. The money quarter is what I call it here on KM Activities. Thank you so much for tuning in. 35-6. Kasson leading Winona. And Winona does have the ball. Arsvold takes a hit on Heffman, and they throw a flag.
He was right there.
Yeah, incomplete pass. I'm not sure they're
going to call a late hit on a corner. Roughing the passer is what they're going to call. But
Borland came out of a fullback position. Did he hit his head? That's the only thing I could think of.
He said roughing the passer. He didn't say head shot.
He just
was
threw
literally in his face as I don't know.
I don't understand the call.
You could have said unnecessary roughness, I guess, but even that I probably wouldn't have. Whatever.
Yeah. Arsvold was right in front of him to 4 seconds in, and I'm already puzzled in the money quarter.
Kelly Brown says you need to stop blaming it on YouTube.
Hey, it was YouTube earlier, Kelly.
I mean, if you want to blame people for your mistakes, that's fine, Joe.
I don't blame any. I own up to my mistakes. I-back formation, handoff, going through. And this is actually Mason Langowski on the carry. So Winona, pardon me, pronouns. Winona going with a different formation. I don't even know if they gained a yard on the handoff to Langowski. Wow, yeah, that weird. 2nd down and 10. They were in shotgun formation with wide receivers all over the place. Heffman is in shotgun, but it's Langowski with him. Now Davis is getting the blow.
Oops.
And Winona.
Everybody but the center went there.
I was going to say left guard, left tackle,
it was a nice
right
hard
guard.
count, actually. He did. He really did.
Heffman draws his own false start. 2nd down and 15.
I'm cold now, Joel.
2 touchdown drives in the third quarter for Kasson to extend the lead from what was 21-6 at intermission to 35-6.
Remember last week when it was 65?
Yep, and we almost needed an air conditioner. Tonight we needed a tower heater in the press box. Minnesota weather. You got to love it. I didn't even have a coat on when we called the game on Friday. Screen pass. Look out! Logan Vaughn blows that up. He read that play perfectly.
That's your dream play as a defensive back.
Going after Borland, who had come out. Or no, I'm sorry. It's the man down.
Well, you know what that looked like? It looked like a blast double. Looked like a blast double to me.
Unreal. Vaughn just read it perfectly.
After update, by the way, Byron. After 3, still 14-7 Mayo. So Byron hanging with them.
Trailing. So Byron at Mayo, Faribault at Albert Lee. We don't even know if that one's taking place. How about Stewartville at Red Wing? Is that one happening? I think it is. Good Hughes at Randolph, Triton hosting Medford, New Prague at Century, Mankato West hosting John Marshall, Mankato East travel to Austin, Owatonna at Northfield.
Wow, they lose 6 yards, 7 yards there, 6 yards.
They've got it at 7.
Oh no, hold on, that's right. They had the false start.
Yeah, it's the false start. They only lose 2.
2 yards.
Oofta. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Like the area schedule.
I don't even know what's going on.
Well, now that I'm not at the PB, I don't have to know anymore.
Yeah, Mason Langowski was the man that came off of the field.
And he was the one who got lit up, too.
Correct. Yeah, they had out there Borland. I thought it was Borland at first, but then I realized later Borland was his blocker. And they go with Kane Marood in the back. He's moving in motion. And Heffman not going to get a whole lot after the high snap. Was able to pull it down and run to the 38-yard line for 3. But that, again, was 3rd down and very long. It's 4th down and 16. It looks like Asher Wardwell will come in to punt. Bigelow stands at his own 37, 36. He's rocking back and forth. Talked to Coach Pocius for boys basketball today. Not on the YouTube channel by any means. He and I just had a conversation.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably did. I know you did.
I thought he was trying to butter you up to do a few more boys basketball games this year.
I got him on the schedule quite a few times. He's excited over the season.
Fire.
Oh, yeah. Get away from that thing. That jumps at the 50-yard line and does roll to near the 40 of Kasson, but not the best punt. They do not have. Heffman has punted throughout the season for Winona, and he's been averaging around 36, 37 yards. He's not out there tonight. They also have Casilius, who's been their main kicker, and I haven't seen number 11 out there. He's another one of their tight ends. So Winona's probably dealing with some injuries and whatnot, just like everybody else.
Yeah, I haven't looked, I guess, but I don't see him on the sideline.
Yeah, I have not seen number 11, and again, I did not get an email from Coach Casilius either, so I don't know really exactly what's going on with their locker room and season, but that's all I can go off of is what I'm seeing. And right now I'm seeing Mo Tucker run over as he cuts from right back to the left towards the middle, right at the KM logo, 49-yard line, and he gains 9 on the first carry for Kasson Mantorville, who lead 35-6, 9:15 to go, money quarter. That would be the 4th quarter if you're joining us, and you haven't heard me ever say it. I don't know why you haven't. I usually use it quite frequently.
I call it the honey quarter.
The honey quarter.
Yeah, just cut.
That's when I come home.
Oh,
that's the honey quarter. I get to come home. Donovan bouncing to this outside. He's got a room, but he broke a tackle. He's going to take it all the way. 52 yards for Matt Donovan.
I don't know if the Winona guy thought he was going to run out of bounds or what.
I'm not
he really
sure.
didn't try to tackle him.
He did not. Marood did not take a. That's why I didn't get all excited, Ben. I thought for sure Marood was just going to push him out after a game, maybe 12, 15, somewhere around there. Instead, Donovan runs for 52 and pay dirt for 41-6. Clock is stopped at 8:48. Winkle for the extra point. Actually, is that Winkle? No, Winkle's on the sideline. And they go.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
We cheered a little early.
They gave it to Bonhuse, I think, or either that or Carranza. I think that's Carranza that tried the extra point. No good. Winkle taking the rest of the night off. 41-6 after the missed
Brock
PAT.
just gives me an update. Byron scores
Okay.
and misses the extra point
Oh,
in
no.
the fourth. It's 14-13.
With how much time left?
Didn't say.
Okay. Mayo.
Rochester?
Todd is not. I swear. I said this several times.
This guy gets all the picks right.
I swear I said this to my wife on Friday night when I got home from the ball game. I said, I don't know if any of the guys up in the press box actually listen to me.
I do.
No, you don't, Todd. I know you don't.
Why would you say I don't listen to you?
I don't know. Because last week it was like I was talking to thin air. And most of the time I am anyway.
Well, when I'm trying to keep stats or I'm trying to
I know, I'm asking you to do a
texting
lot.
Brock back, you know, what
Well, and then I go home and then I say something and my wife, of course, goes, what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I guess I don't need to talk here either.
She's like, Fiercey said it's okay.
Well, Carranzo put it on the tee as Kasson Mantorville, 8:48 to go, fourth quarter, and they're up 41-6. Hopefully you're listening. That's all I'm. As long as the viewers are listening, I'm happy.
Both of you.
That's right. Actually, the 100 and some that popped on after YouTube decided to finally work. The site crashes as we're ready to go for the 2020 regular season finale. This goes through the hands of Marood. Marood ends up with it at the 23-yard line, gets dropped hard as Kasson Mantorville's coverage pretty good.
Well, the drop ball helps.
That's for sure. Comets are all fired up.
You got to be fired up in the cold weather.
Yep.
Otherwise, you get cold.
Isn't
Otherwise,
that
you
the
realize
truth?
your feet are freezing like
Yeah.
I am. So I'm going to start hooting and hollering.
8:42. WinHawks start their drive.
What a
24
weird
yards.
touchdown run.
I
He had to think that Donovan was going to run out of bounds.
and again, that's why I wasn't getting all charged up for it because I'm like, well, he's got maybe a step before he hits
Great
the white line
angle,
anyway.
He had the perfect angle.
Yeah. Just never expected. Winona bringing all kinds of guys in. This is Jonathan Hefman. He's a freshman. He's running quarterback.
Everybody told him to go to the other side, and he said, no.
And play fake down the
This
hand
guy.
it off on the near side and a good run from
22.
Rude. Yep.
Not a big guy.
No.
Good game.
Got down to the 39-yard line. That's 15, Ben.
Backups in now on both sides.
Oh, for sure. This is JV time for both teams. You got a freshman that's running the offense for.
You got a tight end that goes to whatever side he feels like it.
I know. Yeah,
Literally, the quarterback and the running back both told him he's on the other side, and
Right.
he said, no, I'm good over
Go
here.
to the right side. Nah,
And he was right. That's where the play went, and he blocked.
That's true. It was Trevor Hart that we're giving grief to. One to the right, one to the left, Marood, and gets wrapped up. He'll lose a couple as the Comets jump in.
That's a tough one. You got a pulling guard.
Aiden
and
Hugeback.
And the running back runs right where the pulling guard
Yeah.
was. That's not where you got to run.
Hugeback gets a tackle for loss, and he gets in on the as a senior too. Hugeback. Logan Leth is another senior. Winkle got 12 of them. We've talked about many of them throughout the night, like Bigelow and Kennedy and.
The usuals.
Yes, Jonathan Hefman, the freshman. Oh, he lost it. Oh, did he end up getting it
That's a
back?
fumble.
He lost the snap. He does end it back. Kean Smith jumping on the pile, but came back with heft. No gain, no loss, nothing. Third down and 12. Clock moves, 6:45. Can't go fast enough for Ben, who's freezing.
Just my toes.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Just my toes.
I got my A6 mesh on though, so I'm not. It's not like I have any thick shoes. Third down and 12. I walked around the school afterwards for about half an hour, just doing laps around the school, since I had nothing to do after school got out. Snap was high. Marood dropped and lost another 2 as Reese Tripp gets in on the tackle. What'd you ask? I'm sorry.
You said
Dan.
you didn't go shoot hoops or anything?
I did not. Well, both gyms are being utilized by
Alright.
those volleyball teams. Comets will play at Triton on Friday night. I'd love to hit the gym and shoot some baskets, and I haven't done that for years.
I hadn't either, and I, have keys to the place, so
Right.
occasionally make my way up there with the kids. Used to be able to.
Yeah.
Now during COVID times, can't exactly. pull
Yeah, I was
it
going to say
out.
they're probably not going to allow you
Nope.
to do that. Heffman, this is Jonathan Heffman again. 4th down. He's going to need a lot of yards. He needs to the 49. He's not going to get there. He'll get to the 42-yard line, and that will be all she wrote for 6. But the drive ends for Winona. Turnover on downs. Had that happen earlier in the first half on one of their better drives of the first half. And the Kasson Comets take over at 5:29. 4th quarter. Comets leading 41-6. Looks like somebody took a timeout. But yeah, the Comets do. With the section, should mention about the section. Comets have already essentially wrapped it up with their win last week over Byron. Comets 3-1 tonight. They're 2-0 in the section. They beat Faribault earlier in the season as well as Byron. This Winona team 1-2 in the section. Byron 2-1. So with the win tonight, Comets will be the number 1 seed. They'll have the bye and wait to see what the section playoffs hold
I think
with the tournament.
You look at the way Faribault is playing right now. I think that's a dangerous team come the postseason because they I'm guessing are getting some guys healthy again.
Yes.
Just based on the way their scores look right now, they look like they're getting close.
They beat this WinHawk team 38-6
Yeah,
last Friday. That was an impressive win.
Well, when I look at the way this Winona team has played tonight, and I know the scoreboard maybe doesn't reflect it, but it's not a bad football team.
No, it's not. Gain of 2 for Evan Snow. I agree with you, and they saw each other so early in the season. You never knew what was going to happen.
Right. Well, and like I said, Faribault was so banged up that game. You could tell they ran out of skill position guys.
Yes, second week of the season, they
already had
What
their
is
best player out
Yes.
to start the year, and he didn't play at all. But then during the course of that game, they lost their best player again, and I hope he's back, but he got run up from behind on his legs, and it
Right.
didn't look good.
false start.
Yeah, Faribault's healthy. I would like to see that team play healthy.
Yes.
Byron could be a good game if they're healthy,
Right, if the two of them meet again. And
which they probably will, because the way it sounds like for the playoffs right now is essentially those 2 bottom teams would just play a game
Right.
to end their season.
Right.
And then the 4 teams will play a 4-team playoff essentially. And that would put us against Winona, I'm assuming.
Right, and then Faribault and Byron.
Correct.
As Evan Snow gets another carry after the false start, moved them back to the second down and 12. He gains 9. Does Snow?
12 inches of snow.
No, how about not? But yeah, I'm.
You don't
Oh,
get the
God,
Informer reference?
All right. But yeah, 3rd down and 3. 4 minutes to go. Actually, just hitting underneath the 4-minute mark. 4th quarter.
You're too young if you're not getting the Informer reference.
That's nice to say. I'm too young. All right, take that. Pitch to Sims. There you go, Marquis Sims. And he plows over a man at the 10-yard line. Man, everybody's all fired up.
There's more celebrating after that play than any play on that.
Marquis Sims just ran for 24 yards. 24 yards for Marquis Sims. He's having a blast tonight. Had a couple of kickoff returns on short kicks for Winona. Man, 41-6. Another game where Kasson came out and forced a turnover early, Ben, and that played a huge dividends right away.
Well, Yeah, and we've been capitalizing on turnovers. We haven't wasted any of them.
Oh, going right up the middle. Snow's going to score without getting touched from 11 yards out.
Wow. I could have scored on that play.
Are you sure?
Yeah, did you see how big that hole was?
Yes, I saw that.
I could have drove my truck through that hole. Kudos to the offensive line.
Comets got all kinds of guys on and off. They have no idea what's going on. I think they might only have 9 guys. Maybe 10. Now another guy's coming in.
Evan Snow. Tell Todd Evan
See,
Snow
now
because he doesn't listen to you.
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat it. Ben said it twice.
12 inches of snow.
they had 8 guys. 8 guys lined up for the PAT. 3 of them have now come out as the line was set.
We would have got it with 8.
And
We didn't get it with 11.
he did not get it. 47-6. Oh my goodness. I can't help but laugh. Evan Snow scores. And then the Comets had 8 guys out there ready for the PAT. Then one guy rolled on as they asked for Marquis Sims to come back out on the field. And 2 more join him after the line was already set for the PAT. It was no good. 47-6. Oh, my goodness.
Mayo field goal. Byron down 17-13 with 8 minutes left.
Well, plenty of time for the Bears. So fourth quarter, KM Telecom Stadium.
It's hard for my hometown, St. Peter. They played football tonight, and they're shutting athletics down until January as well. So it's their last football game. At least you get that one more, but it's a hard way to end your season.
Right. Yeah, this whole
Triton
season.
the winner tonight.
Oh, Triton got a W, huh?
30-15 over Medford.
Yeah,
Mankato
Medford.
East beat
That-
Austin.
That was not the original game
No.
for Triton either. They had to find games all over the place to finish out. Well, you got a feel for Caledonia, don't you? Caledonia today announced on Twitter, or maybe it was yesterday, late afternoon, their season over with. They're going to shut down their athletics team that they haven't lost. They haven't lost in like 3
Still
years.
haven't lost.
They still
Doesn't
haven't
change
lost.
that. And,
No. But you want them to defend as Winona coming out on their return. A pretty nice return there for Kronbusch at the 25-yard line. But you got to feel bad for them. You know they want to defend their section title, much like they wanted to go to the. I mean, everybody wanted to go to state.
I
but
don't
you're
know.
not.
If there's no state tournament at the end of the tunnel,
I know, but
Whatever.
I felt bad for them to have to shut it down and then be done. Look like Faribault. When we talked about them earlier, how they're after November 19th, they're not going to come back till January 4th.
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't lead to kids leaving.
Right. Yeah, you got to worry about that too. Is
Especially
Winona
for wrestling, you worry about it because Minnesota has so many elite, nationally ranked kids. It's not like
right?
it's not. You can't compare it to any other sport because, and if a state like Iowa is going to continue,
For sure.
where you can also face elite competition and wrestle every week, I'm
Yeah.
not blaming anybody for doing it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Tough spot for the school too, because you don't want to lose those kids. You don't want to lose any kids. That's any school district. As Reese Tripp gets a tackle for loss, -1 on the carry for Winona. Our next broadcast is the 20th. That'll be volleyball versus Pine Island.
Stewartville did get the win tonight against Red Wing,
They-
48-6.
They did, okay. 48-6. Red Wings, another team in this section with Casimirville, 4A, Section 1. Comets forcing Winona to go backwards another yard. Casimirville scoring 4 times. Make that 4 times in the second half. Kennedy, Donovan, Snow.
It was definitely Snow, right?
Yeah.
Brock Trinan says it's Barwald, so unless they've switched numbers.
I was going to say, unless they switch numbers, Barwald's 40 in my book.
And that was 39 who scored.
39,
So maybe
yeah. Well, they have had a few guys switching. I know that incomplete pass on the far side. Let's get Logan Leff in on the breakup for Kasson Mantorville. There's another senior. There's just a minute left. Incomplete pass. You trying to tally up? Do you have final stats, Ben? We can run through those.
Yeah, I'll get 'em.
As you don't have to really mark anything else for the Comets. I think we'll be okay on that. Kasson Mantorville is going to go to 4-1 on the season. They'll be the number 1 seed heading into section playoffs. Huh? Winter sections. Should be next Saturday, I believe, is the first game. Ooh, and taking a huge shot. Got a man downfield, though. Winona's going to pick up the first down. Oh, a nice throw. Jonathan Heffman hooking up middle of the field. And he ends up connecting with, look like Bellman out there. I think that's who the man was. I don't think it was Larson. They finally took him out. But a big completion on the 4th down play. I gained 30 yards. So, yeah, we'll have volleyball for you next week on the 20th versus Pine Island. Then next Saturday, and that's the final play of the game. Yeah, I want to make sure I got that right.
What's that?
Oh, about volleyball next week. I'm pretty sure that's our Pine Island. I think
while you're looking, I can run through some Comets rushing totals.
Please do, and we'll run through the scoring as well. 47-6, Kasson Mantorville wins. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and Mr. Donovan led the way, obviously aided by that 52-yard run scamper there toward the end of the game. He had 12 carries for 124 yards, and really the leading carrier too. We spread the ball around tonight. Didn't need the 20-yard guy or 20 carry guy tonight. King Mole finishes with 11 carries for 89 yards. Mr. Kennedy, 6 carries for 48 yards, and Mr. Buchanan with 3 carries for 29 yards. So that was kind of the leading rushers. Did complete 2 passes for 25 yards, both to Bigelow. Didn't need to attempt any passes really in the second half. Didn't complete any, but attempted 1. As far as Winona goes, Davis and Heffman finished pretty close in yardage. Looks like both end up with about 55 yards.
Okay.
So
yeah, nice balanced.
Yep.
Pretty balanced for Kasson Mantorville. Donovan ends up scoring twice. I was thinking that the Comets had another match. Well, they have 2 of them. They play Triton later this week. They go to Kenyon-Wanamingo on Tuesday before Friday, Pine Island, Saturday, Stewartville. So it's back-to-back Friday and Saturday. Friday night next week is our next broadcast. That's at 7:15. We'll follow it up at 1:30 the following day for volleyball, and then section playoffs is also on that 21st. That should be here at KM Telecom Stadium. But for the first half, for the Kasson Mantorville Comets, a 9-yard touchdown run by Tucker. Donovan to Bigelow for 12 yards for their first hookup of the season. Buchanan with a 15-yard TD. And in the second half, 5-yard TD run by Donovan, 23-yard scamper for Kennedy, his first touchdown of the season. And then the big one, 52-yarder for Donovan. Snow caps it off, or at least that's who we think scored, from 11 yards out to end the evening as the Kasson Mantorville Comets. Number 1 seed. Man, they played well tonight, 47-6. You wrap up the regular season. It's an odd season, no doubt about that, but it's been a successful one for these Comets.
Again, another step forward, and certainly feel good going into the playoffs. You've really cleaned the board here against your section opponents, and I have no doubt that Byron team, if they are who they meet in the section final, is going to be ready and And that team's more talented than they showed in that first matchup. So it'll be a dogfight if they get there. Both teams got to get there. Like I said, Faribault playing really well right now. I can see them giving Byron a real push if those are, I mean, that's who's going to play in that first round of the section tournament. So that'll be a fun game to watch, and the Comets will probably face the same Winona team again in a few days. So
yeah, it should be Winona and Kasson in a week and 3 days.
And
should
we
be
say
Saturday.
all this, and it's COVID times, and this could be the last game for all they know. That's why you take every play seriously. It's why you take every game seriously, because it can get shut down in a second. So, these seniors, I'm sure, feel good knowing that if any play is their last play, then they got to feel good about the way that this game went. But hopefully we got at least 2 more games left and go out on a high note. Yeah, for sure. I'm so glad you brought that up, too. Yeah, the 12 seniors get to celebrate on the KM Telecom turf tonight as they win 47-6 for Todd Halverson, our cameraman, for Ben Fearson. I'm Joel McCall. We'll be back with you next Friday for volleyball. In between there, let's get some interviews. All right, we'll try to get some of that stuff done. Shut up, Ben. We'll get working on that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry for all the problems we had earlier tonight. Not our fault here on YouTube, but we'll certainly be back with you for interviews and then volleyball next Friday. Good night.